Dear students, today we focus on arc formation in circuit breaker. A circuit breaker consists of fixed contact and moving contact. Under normal operating conditions, these contacts remains closed and will not open automatically until and unless the system becomes faulty. When a fault occurs in the system, a heavy current flows through the contacts of the circuit breaker before they are opened by protective system. At that instant, the trip coils of circuit breaker get energized and moving contact are pulled apart by some mechanism. When the contacts are begin to separate, the contact area decreases rapidly and large fault current causes increases current density. We know that the current density capital J equal to sigma into electrical field. From this relation, it is clear that due to increase in current density, the electrical field is increases, and then a mechanical force experienced on the ions in the medium between the contacts of the circuit breaker. Due to this increase in electrical field, most of positive ions and free electrons in the medium between the contacts of circuit breaker ionized and contained a shorted path. This path is called arc core. In this arc core, the temperature is up to 25,000 degrees centigrade. Once arc core is formed, the temperature rises up to 25,000 degrees centigrade. Due to this temperature, some of positive ions and free electrons in medium between contacts of the circuit breaker got thermal energy and then ionized. An arc is struck between the contacts of the circuit breaker. And also we know that the contacts of the circuit breaker made by using the carbon, so that the fixed contact consists positive ions and the moving contact consists negative ions. And also we know that the electrical field equal to the capital V by D, where V equal to the voltage across the contacts and D equal to the distance between the contacts. If the electrical field is increases, the voltage is also increases. If this voltage is greater than breakdown voltage, the remaining electrons in medium between the contacts of the circuit breaker moves towards positive ions of fixed contact and positive ions moves towards negative ions of moving contact. The collision happens between the contacts of the circuit breaker and an arc is formed. Here, the important observation is the responsibility of production of arc due to first one, electrical field emission, second one, thermal ionization, third one, collision of fast moving electrons and ions with neutral atoms, fourth one, liberation of ions and electrons from contact surface. Because of production of arc, there is some delay in arc interruption process, so that fault current flow through the contacts of the circuit breaker to the equipment and enormous heat generated, which may cause damage to the system or to the circuit breaker itself. Therefore, the main problem in circuit breaker is to extinguish the arc within shortest possible time, so that the heat generated by it may not reach a dangerous value. Now, the current flowing through the arc is called arc current. This arc current is due to positive ions and free electrons. Please keep in mind this point. This is very important point. The arc current is due to both positive ions and free electrons. And we know that arc conductivity sigma arc equal to sigma electrical plus sigma p ions equal to N electrical into E into mu electrical plus N p ions into E into mu p ions, where sigma ELE equal to conductivity due to electrons, sigma p ions equal to conductivity due to positive ions, N ELE equal to number of free electrons, N p ion equal to number of positive ions, mu ELE equal to mobility of electrons, and mu p ion equal to mobility of positive ions. and E equal to 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19. From this equation, it is clear the conductivity is due to both positive ions and negative ions. That means the conductivity due to positive ions and free electrons. And also we know that the mobility equal to drift velocity by mass, that is equal to Vd by E. And also we know that the linear equation of velocity equal to V equal to mu plus At. At standstill condition, mu equal to 0. This mu equal to 0 is substituted in linear equation, we get V equal to At. And also we know that the force equal to mass into acceleration. From that equation, A equal to F by m. The F by m is substituted in V equal to At, we get V equal to 1 by m into T. So from this equation, it is clear the V is inversely proportional to m. That means the velocity is inversely proportional to the mass. So from this relation, it is clear the drift velocity is inversely proportional to the mass of the ions. Practically, in a nucleus, the 90% ions are positive ions, the only 10% ions are electrons. For example, I am taken one nucleus. In this nucleus, it consists 26 ions, but in these 26 ions, the 25 ions are positive and only one electron is the negative. So from this, it is clear the mass of the positive ions is greater than mass of the electron. From the relation V is inversely proportional to mass of the ions, it is clear V electrical is greater than Vp ion. From this, mu electrical is greater than mu p ions. That means the mobility of electron is very greater than the mobility of the positive ions. So from these relations, I concluded one thing: the conductivity mainly due to the mobility of the free electrons. That means the arc current is mainly due to the only free electrons. But please keep in mind, the arc current is due to both positive ions and negative ions, but mainly due to the free electrons. Thank you.